Hi guys, FrostFangs here, welcome back once again, of course, to another Paladins video. We're going to be playing some Furia today with a new nerfed Exterminate. I have gone against this quite a bit already, even though I haven't played it yet myself, even though we're now in live and this was on the PTS and everything. It got pulled down from 100 to 75% increased damage when you're hitting somebody with your stun. If you've been keeping up with the balance stuff or been watching my channel for the past couple updates, you'll know that they did buff it a few patches ago. I covered it at the time. I can't remember exactly, I might be wrong with this, but I'm pretty sure they doubled the damage it dealt. It now deals 400 a second, which is kind of ridiculous because this was doubling it to like 800. But really the important part is that it was a little bit too good. I think most people agreed that it was a little bit too strong. You were dying pretty much under the beam if you didn't have resilience and you were a character with not too much health. So specifically, Exterminate is going down from 800 to 700 damage a second, which is still pretty damn good considering you can buff it up to like nearly 2 seconds. That's a lot of damage with the beam. And yeah, I'm going to play with it, see if there's a noticeable difference. I don't think there'll be that big of one. I played against it a couple times. It did feel a little bit weaker, but not a massive amount, which is obviously what they were intending. They reduced it by 25%. I have changed my builds a bit further as well, which is kind of why I'm making the video. I wasn't actually planning to cover it until I noticed that my builds were different to how they were in the last video. So we've got this one, which is Stoke the Fire 3, Light Forge for reset. Both of these, bit of extra radius, bit of gen on the Wrath, which I've covered a bunch of times on my channel. Would highly recommend this card, even if it is just level 1 when you're playing Damage Furia. Really useful. And then also Ruthless, which is just to make it so that we have our Wrath up a little bit more often. Then I have a variation of it, which has the extra radius still, the reset and the reset, although Light Forge is a lower level because we have Conviction, so we have extra stun duration maxed out, so we can just deal a bunch of damage with the stun. I would usually go for this one. This is what I'd say is the general recommendation for Damage Furia, where you're going to be playing in a team scenario. But if you're in a TDM and you're going to be kind of playing on your own, this can be a better choice. I'd say pick one depending on how often you think you're going to be around your teammates, although other stuff does also play into it, like team composition and map makes a little bit of a difference. I'll try and explain it as we go through the video. This intro's already been kind of long. Like for example, if you're up against a bunch of mobile characters, you might want to go for the Wrath one so you can rely on your weapon a little bit more. Shout outs to, that is Andro and also Tiberius. We've also got a General and a Lian. We've got TDM Abyss. We're up against a Grover, another Andro, a Pip, a Khan, and a Lian. Anyway, we'll go ahead and grab our Exterminate, and I'm thinking to go for just the standard Wrath one in this situation. They don't have that many mobile characters, but I just want to play it safe. We'll start with Kronos and Nimble. Why not? We've got Curse Revolver, Predatory Instinct, Binary Star, Alacrity, then Combat Medic, Storm of Bullets, Eminence, Curse Revolver, and Deep Root. So we just throw the beam there, see if we can catch somebody early. I guess nobody was here to grab it, so we'll go ahead and yoink it. Thank you very much, and then we'll run back around to give the team a hand. I'm going to be a little bit rusty, so bear with me at least for this first game. Let's go ahead and just pop it. Why the hell not? Seems like we're already straight into it. There is the beam. I'm already dead. I got hit by the Curse Revolver and the rifle twice before I could even do anything. Tiberius just getting shredded. There's a heal. We'll throw the beam. I don't know if we're going to be able to catch him with that. I guess we did. I feel like I should hit the Grover with that too. Just going to sit here on the corner. There's a heal for the Andro. We'll throw the beam. Okay, that's a double. Nice, pretty good damage, but it's definitely lower than I remember it. You can notice a pretty big difference actually. Throw the beam again, and then we'll go for the ult. Got a pretty smooth jump. There's a heal for the Generals. He's going for his. So I guess we can push in on the Khan. Okay, you're there. I guess there's the stun and not the kill because he jumped out of it. Healed the Lian. There's the beam. Generals again just kind of walking. She's going for the ult. Hit the Andro in the face. Yeah, it ticks for 35 a tick now instead of 40, so it is definitely lower. I don't know if we get the reset if we hit his reversal. There's a heal for the Lian. We'll throw that just there. That might get me something. He dodged it with like a little bit of space. There's a heal again. We are behind by quite a bit here, about 12 kills. We could definitely still win it though. That's Andro ulting. There's the F. I think I'm probably dead. We're going to throw that there to maybe hit him, but that ain't going to happen. Kind of funny that I'm playing Damage Furia, and the thing we're lacking here on the team is damage. We hit a couple of them there. We got the reset. There's another beam. There's another heal. Pop the F again. Just throw those little orbs out. There's a right click. We did hit somebody. We'll throw that at a bit of a weird angle. That might hit me something, but it's probably unlikely. Never mind. We hit Lian. General's ulting. She's gone. We went in to finish her. Got rid of Khan too. Right down the middle. Maybe we'll hit somebody. There we go. That did hit the Lian. We'll go for the ult and just push back in. I guess Lian's ulting. Actually, kind of a good play there. Let's get rid of the pepper too. If my aim can just not suck, or the beam will do it, that's fine too. I think General's gripped. And there we go. There is the defeat. They deserve the win. 23 to 40 overall. They kind of shredded us there. I feel like we did fine though. 5-2, 40k, 22k. I'm happy with that. Our Generals did pretty good there. Our Andro did fine. Tiberius has a bit of an iffy stat, but did solid damage. The Lian died a ridiculous amount there, but didn't do terribly. For their side, their Lian did really good. Their Khan did fine. Their Andro did solid. Their Pepper or Pip did fine too, and so did the Grover. I will say Damage Furia, despite being pulled down by 25%, still feels pretty good to play and can output pretty good damage, although definitely noticeably less than before. Alright, well for game 2, we'll go ahead and grab the same thing, although we'll go for the stun setup this time around. Why not? We've got a Khan, we've got a Tyra, we've got a Ying and a Vatu, another Vatu on their side, another Furia, a Vora, a Cassie, and a Sky. We'll go ahead and grab Kronos to start. We've got Storm of Bullets, Burn Monster, Resonance, and Earring. Then another Exterminate, Big Game, Enveloping Shadows, Relentless Presence, and Debilitate. Actually going for a very similar setup. We threw the beam, she did the same thing. We actually both missed, although I think I clipped somebody right at the end there. Right click for the Vatu, little shot over there for the Vora. She's not gone, just tried to F. 26 damage to the finish. There's the Q. There's a right click for the Khan. Did we hit hit the beam? No, that's me dead. Furia hit me with the beam and then Cassie just ran up, spawned miles away. Okay, Vatu there finishing off the Tyra. We got a kind of bullshit spawn. We're going to F closer to him, see if we can get rid of him here. There we go, finished off the Sky. We hit it with the beam as well. That was a mess of a play. There's a right click, and never mind, he's already gone. Beamed the Furia. Frame rate dipped massively. We hit it for I think like 20 damage. There's the F and some hits. I'm not going to use the beams. I don't think I need to. We'll save it for the Vatu, I guess. He's going to teleport through it. There's some little taps for the Vatu. I did throw the beam already. Didn't hit anybody with it. We'll pop the F. There's some little orbs for him. I guess he's going in. Surprisingly, he's got some self-heal. He's not dead yet. Through the beam, right click for the Khan. He got his Q off right before that hit him, so he actually didn't take very much damage. There's another one. Sky is here somewhere. She's ulting. She's dead. We'll throw the beam there. Right click for the Khan. He's still not dead. Their Fury's on nothing. She's gone. Right click for her. Hello, Vora. There's the F. Enemy team spawned there. I spawned miles away from my team, all the way back there, so I've been walking for like the past minute. I guess we're finally back to some action. Hello, Vatu. No Wrath, but still enough fire rate to get rid of him. We'll go for the ult. Did throw the beam, missed it. Ying's nearly gone. Thought he was going to just get cleared right there, but there's another heal for her. Are they going to spawn on right, or are they still going to spawn on left? I don't know. Beam to try and predict where the Sky is. Completely fecked it, but we got it reset. So I guess we could use it again if we needed to, but she's already dead. Beam there for the Vatu. Is that going to hit? No. I'm just going to try and play around these little angles. Khan went for the grab and actually landed it, but I died to Furia, who spawned on the right side. Ying got rid of the Vatu. Furia beam just skimmed him and didn't hit him. Luckily, we'll throw ours over there. Vora's going for the ult back here. For some reason, we'll throw the beam to hit her after it ends, but I guess she kind of juked it for a little bit. We got the reset. Missed it on the Furia, but she's still gone. Okay, we've actually pulled a pretty big lead. I hit the Cassie with that. I missed the Furia, but I hit the Cassie, so I guess it worked. Used the F, got the reset. There's a Q. There's a right click. Khan is kind of shredding in this one. We clipped, I think, the Vora as she went past. Just finished off the Sky with a little cheeky hit. There's a Q. We'll right click for the Khan, then F out of that. Right click for the Vatu. I'm healing way more in this one than I was in the other game. Also feel like I'm dealing just as much damage though, which is kind of weird. Don't know how I didn't kill the Fury, but she's still dead. There's a Q. There's a right click for the Khan. We clipped, I think, the Vatu with it. There's a right click for him. Sky's ulting. We'll F for the orbs. He's still dead. We'll go for the ult anyway just to buff these two guys out. There's a heal. We'll throw the Q there. Trying to use the F, but I was crippled. Right click. This is hectic. There goes the Vora, and there is the victory. We went 11-7, 28k, 32k, so my stats are actually worse, but I felt like I did way more there. Our Vatu did fine. Our Ying did really, really good on heals. Our Khan did super solid. Actually had the best damage on our side. I'd say our Tyra did fine, although I barely really saw her. Their Vora did pretty good, even though her stat there is kind of rough. Sky didn't do particularly well. Vatu definitely did the best. Their Fury did pretty good, and so did their Cassie. Solid match. I'm kind of surprised we won it by as much as we did. I wasn't planning to do 2 TDMs, but I guess we'll finish it off with an Onslaught. Don't really feel like Siege is the best situation for this, but I will have Siege in some upcoming videos soon. I promise. We'll grab our Furia. I guess we can switch up the skin. I usually stay with default Furia if I'm healing, but damage Furia, I think some of them have advantages and disadvantages. I don't know which have which, but I guess we can just grab the mech one. We'll also switch up the weapon, but for the team, we've got a Vora, a Strix, a Ceres, and a Dredge. What I've noticed ever since they kind of buffed damage Furia is that Furia is often just expected to be a damage, somewhat similar to Grog. I find that a lot of the time somebody else on my team will also grab a healer role, but for their side, we're up against a Cassie, an Octavia, a Buck, a Makoa, and a Grove. For some reason, I forgot his name there. We'll grab Exterminate. I think I'm going to go for the stun setup here. It's a little bit more fun to play. This weapon blocks so much on my goddamn screen. We'll go for Chronos and just that for now. We've got Unyielding Pressure, Nocturnal, Soul Collector, Hurl, then Deep Roots, Pluck, Bounce House, Display of Force, and Impulse. So I guess we counter Bounce House kind of hard because I'm really trying to throw my beam a bunch. There's the Q and the right click straight away for the reset. Ceres with the heal there. She just took crazy damage. Hit it with a right click again. We'll pop the F, throw the Q right there. That's going to clip him. There's a right click. Bubble effects from somebody kind of threw me off there, but there's a little tap. Never mind, he's already out. There's a heal. We'll throw the beam there because I thought that was where Makoa was. I didn't see him. Right click there for the Vora. She's getting pulled in. She's not dead though. She actually managed to right click back on. Somebody else went off the map. Don't know who. We'll throw the Q there. Hello, Cassie. She's rolling in. We just about missed that Buck. We'll F back a bit. Right there for the Ceres, but she did get pulled off. I guess we can avenge her. Well done, Dredge. That Makoa's got a couple kills like that, I think, for free. There's a little tap or two for her. We'll throw the beam. Is that going to hit? No. Don't really know why she ulted there, but hey, whatever. We'll get some more Chronos. I'm just going to focus on getting that finished first because the whole point of this is to spam the beam and hit those long stuns. Throw the Q. Did hit somebody. Makoa just chilling on the bottom, or Grover, I mean. There's a right click for the Dredge. We'll throw another one. I'm just trying to clip them on the bottom. Pop the F. There's a little orb. See if that hits something on the Cassie. Hello, Buck. Didn't even see you there, but you're gone. There's some more hits. We're going to go for the Orc Ceres. 2 of us grouped here. Might as well. Right click there for the Ceres. We'll throw the beam. That's Makoa with the hook again. Something that is kind of important to do with Fury is throw the beam in some sort of sneaky way so that people can't predict it as easily. Like if they're on top and you're on the bottom, that's a nice way to do it. Or if you can just throw it kind of in a wall a little bit so they can't dodge it as easily. Throwing the beam there. Might be able to catch somebody with it. Probably not. There's the F anyway late for the free reset. That's Octavia with the ult. Guess I'll just die. By the time I heard the sound effect for that Octavia ult, I was already dead. Okay, I don't really know what I could have possibly done to really deal with that. We'll throw the beam there, maybe predict the buck a little bit, or completely mess it up. That's fine too. There's the F, right click, and the Q again. There's the Q. Might be able to catch the Mako on the bottom. There we go. I guess we caught the Octavia. We'll go ahead and finish her off. If we can, we'll throw the beam and to try and stop them from retreating. We caught the Makoa. There we go. Nice. We're going to F away from the buck. Throw the Q back towards our team. Right click for the Furia. Are we going to clip him with it? No. We'll throw a heal for the Strix if he dips down, or I guess I'll just die instead because of that Grover root again. He's killed me twice with that. Don't know if they're going around for a flank, but I guess they are. Dredge is gone to Cassie. I think there's 3 of them running around. We hit the Octavia. We'll throw the Q back. That's Ceres with the hook, or Ceres being hooked, I guess. There we go. We clipped him a little bit. He's got a ton of resilience, so the beam really isn't doing too much. Even with the extra stun duration, resilience massively counters this. Of course, there's a beam. Thought he was going to juke right. He didn't juke anywhere. There's a right click. Ceres just playing kind of mad. There's a heal. We'll throw the beam back a little bit. There's a right click for her again, but she is a goner. We're going to F away. That didn't do anything to you, Buck. I think I'm dead. Luckily, Dredge is there to kill him anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Just cut myself off. We'll get some more Haven. And do we go for blast shields? I don't know. I guess we'll go for morale boost, right? That makes sense on Furia. Should be able to push in with this, hopefully. Octavia ulted, but completely missed. Heal for the Dredge. Shots there on the Buck. He's gone. We'll throw a Q there to catch the Makoa and some more little taps for him. There we go. Have fallen behind quite a bit, so I don't think we're going to be able to cover it, but we'll give it a shot. There goes the Grover. We'll dip down F just for those little orbs, then throw the beam. That is Makoa running in. Right click for the Ceres. We did still hit him with that, even though I think he tried to juke it. He's not looking too good. Well done, Ceres. Honestly, think if we had a tank in this one instead of one of the damages, this would have been a win. Nobody's done badly. I just think the team composition didn't really work out too well. We only fell behind by like 80, so yeah, it's been a solid game anyway. Hit the beam on the Buck on the top. Heal for the Strix. There's the F away so that I don't die, hoping nobody comes around or else I'm screwed. Did hit somebody with a beam, put me into combat. I don't have any self-heal in the setup, by the way. Through the beam, there's a right click for the Ceres. There's the F. Thank you for the heal. There's a right click for her. There's the beam again. Right click again for her while she's in the invis, although she got courted at like the last millisecond. And there we go. There is the defeat. I think the score at the end was around 50 difference. 6 to 8, 55k, 39k I think is pretty good. Ceres was also going for a hybrid thing there, but struggled quite a bit. 30k, 23k is kind of low for what she was going for. Vora did pretty good though. I'd say our Dredge had a pretty hard time. Like I said, if he was on a tank or if our Ceres was on a tank, I think we would have had that. Strix did pretty good though. Their Cassie did a really good job. Buck not so much. Octavia not so much. Makoa did pretty solid, even though his damage is really low. He played pretty well. And then their Grover did a pretty good job. And yeah, there we go. That was the new nerfed damage Furia. I wasn't originally planning to make a video on this, but I'm somewhat glad I did. It made more of a difference than I thought it would. The playstyle, I'd say, is still definitely very much alive. It does get countered, obviously, by stuff like resilience, but the damage is still there. The CC is still there, even if it is toned down a little bit. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts, of course, on it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys all really soon. And as always, stay frosty.